So where did the exact kind of origin for this story begin? Like when were you like, hey, this is kind of an idea and starting to write it and like kind of take us through that process?
Um, well, I think the story itself sort of evolved actually from that animation Primal. And I was just like, yo, it's just so great how these guys have taken a cool concept like dinosaurs and mixed it with people and that. And slowly but surely, this idea evolved in my head. And looking at like very strong female characters, I've always enjoyed like the artwork and the design when it came to drawing female heroines versus male superheroes.
Hmm.
So these were all like I think basic kickstarters for pushing me in the right direction. And eventually, I think sitting down with my comic artist, my drawer, and my editor, we eventually just came up with this concept called Dino Dames, and we just rolled with it. And what's really great about this whole world that we've developed, we decided not to try and constrain ourselves too much to rules. So, Peter Pan, how you have the flying pirate ship, Captain Hook. We've got flying pirate ships.
Hmm.
We've got like that steampunk element to it. We've tried to as well look at many cultures around the world, whether it's tribals and culture in Africa or Viking culture. We've tried to bring all of that into our world and just say, just like, not really constrain ourselves. And as well, we've got things like orcs and goblins and the fantasy world. We try to keep as wide and open to options as possible.
Yeah, just kind of throw it all in there and let it all exist. I think stories like that are really fun because there's so many things that I personally like, and then it's like, oh, they can just all exist together. Like that's great, you know?
Yeah, you just let some rules be a little bit loose, and you can have a lot of fun when it comes to creative writing. So
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
So you
Right?
wrote it, and then you have a artist. Um,
Yes, yeah.
is that someone you've known for a long time? Did you find them outside of this project and brought them in? Like, how did you go about finding
Um,
an artist?
well, as being a creative director for a few companies over the years, and I met my artist through actually freelance means, and he's actually in South America.
Hmm.
And we did a lot of art put together, and slowly but surely he did some of my personal artwork. And he, as well, was actually won an award for doing comics and that. They did a comic for Riot Games. I don't know if you know them,
Hmm.
but they're quite popular. So somehow we kind of ended up on this whole journey together where we actually took this whole story and started really developing this comic idea. But he's actually based in South America, and his older brother, funny enough, is an editor. So it was just sort of like, well, he has a close little connected family. I don't have to outsource with too many people. And we became a pretty close team after that. We've been working together probably for about 3.5 years now.
Hmm. Yeah, it's amazing how we were just talking before the show that you're down in South Africa and I'm in Iowa and the states, and your artists in South America. I mean, it's just amazing that people can just work from all across the world and create something like this. It's pretty cool.
Must admit, my hours are a bit like, up and down and radical, but, that's just sort of part of the territory. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night to have a meeting or a conversation, but,
Yeah,
I really enjoy the work, so it's a very small sacrifice.
yeah, for
It's like,
sure.
it doesn't bother me at all. Yeah.